So, Talkatoo is simple to use voice recognition software for medical professionals. And so today, the way that our platform works is anywhere's on a Windows computer or a Mac computer, you can use the Talkatoo software where the cursor goes to input text. So super duper simple to use, super easy to understand. Like literally anywhere you can put the cursor, you can talk, and it's going to type out the text. And so medical professionals use our software to complete their medical records faster and to save some time in the run of their day. Yeah, it's great. It actually just kicked off last week, and so it's really awesome. I mean, the I guess the Google Accelerator. It's one of the only ones that's North American wide, and there's actually companies in it from all over the world. So there's 12 of us, four in Canada, and it's been great. I mean, we're working directly with Google to kind of integrate their technology and learn from experts at Google. And so I think that's the big thing, just kind of that deep industry knowledge. There's a lot of AI and ML learning opportunities in there. And then we're also, being mentored from a fundraising perspective, executive leadership perspective, and a bunch of other areas of great kind of learning opportunities. So pretty exciting. Not too much to share yet because it just kicked off last week. It was all kind of setting our kind of OKRs or our objectives and outcomes that we want to achieve by the end of the program. But I think there's a lot of really great stuff to come. There's some sentiment analysis stuff. The founder's actually from Switzerland, and so one of the things that really I found super interesting is they're using voice recognition to 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 identify if kids are underage on certain video gaming platforms, and by tagging them as underage and also aggressive or irritated, they're able to kind of help kind of identify using like AI and ML people that maybe are in an online or virtual gaming environment that shouldn't be, and they can do things like block them or other kind of filtration kind of mechanisms. So that stuff is really interesting to me. There's just a ton. There's one called Babbly, and it's for helping babies, identify language deficiencies early. So lots of really cool stuff. Yeah, all very different than us, but lots of really interesting learnings that kind of apply to the work that we're doing as well. So I definitely, I guess I've earned that name of being a serial entrepreneur. But it's also really interesting because right now the only company that I'm running is Talkatoo. And so, one of the things that you learn as a founder is focus is super important. And so, 2 years ago, I was running three companies. Now I'm running one. Talkatoo is my solitary focus. I actually don't even have any side hustle right now at all. And that's a bit bizarre because in the past, I definitely have like a couple of real estate development projects or other things that I was doing. But I think having focus on Talkatoo right now is super duper important. And so my past, kind of was filled with like IT services, software, real estate, but kind of modern day, I'm just doing Talkatoo and 100% focused on that. I mean, there's so much good advice out there. I'd probably give them like a list of a few books. And I think the one piece of advice that I would give is knowing what you want and not stopping until you get it. I think that's probably the biggest one, and it's hard. I mean, as you're kind of young and in your career, it's great to say like I want to be successful, I want to be this, or I want to be that. But like knowing what you truly want to work on, like what problem you want to solve, why you want to do it, like getting really clear about those things, I think is a big deal. And so I think really spending time on thinking about what it is that you want to do, make sure that you choose the path that you want to go on, and then just get at it and just don't give up. I think those are all kind of like things that have helped me along the way. And probably the last kind of appendix to that would be when it feels like you're going to fail, it's probably the closest you ever have been to the success that you're seeking. So I think that's another good one. No, I'm super happy to be part of the ecosystem. I think that we're, doing lots of great work, all of the other founders of Volta, and it's a really great place to be. Great energy.